I want something intense, elaborate, like that painting, but on my feet.
Show and Sell.
Hello and welcome to Show and Sell, the show that celebrates digging through other people's trash. Hello, Trash Dragons. It is Chris, Trash Dragon of the West, doing a little Lee Hazelwood version of the Trash Dragon theme. Anyway, this is my guitar, Mr. Blankenship.
Hi, Mr. Blankenship.
He says hello back, says you should like, share, and subscribe, and reminded me that I sell on eBay and Discogs, mostly media.
And I'm Katie, and I'm Trash Dragon of the South, and I sell clothing and accessories, anything sparkly, but I'm always on the hunt for things that are spooky and very unique.
And I'm Joe. I'm the Trash Dragon of the East, and I just messed up my finger cleaning up my yard sale.
So what do you sell again, Joe?
A little of this, a little of that, a lot of everything, you know?
Yeah, no, I get you. So any updates? So it's been a little bit since we've met up.
Yes.
Any updates for you?
So I think I showed you this. Did I show you this painting?
Yes.
Wanted to make sure. I sold it on Instagram, which I almost never do, to another dealer who fell in love with it as much as I did. And then I had another person reach out to me to see if it was still available. And yeah, it's great. I love it. And I'm glad it's... But why do I still have it? Because I keep forgetting to take it to them. So anyway.
Katie, what do you got for the updates?
For the updates?
Yeah.
I've been a world traveler. I had a whirlwind of a journey to Los Angeles in which I went to approximately one resale store. My goal was 7. I made it to 1. It was very busy. I stayed for approximately 35 minutes.
Wow.
So I was in and out. I found some good stuff. I did find some good stuff.
And you did get to see me, and I got to meet Oliver, who is, I realize, is a total hunk. And
don't put that on the internet.
Oh, it's totally on the internet. He's
not going to like that. I mean,
no, you're not going to like
that.
Yeah, no, you don't like that.
Do that. But that's all. And then I have a prism. That's new.
That's cool.
Contact me to find out how I did it and how long it took. What's your update, Chris? What's you been doing?
I'm actually going to do the update when you do Unearthed Treasure. So why don't we move on to the first segment, though, which is the thing that brought us joy.
The thing that brought you joy.
Thing that brought us joy. Who would like to go first? Katie.
Okay.
Like your enthusiasm.
Yes, because I'm getting a bin together to go and sell at a resale store here in Nashville. I have multiple bins for different stores, but this one prices vintage a little bit better. And when I say vintage, I mean vintage and interesting stuff. And so I pulled out these boots, and I just wish they were my size. They're one of the coolest things I've ever seen as far as cowboy boots go in Nashville. So they're bright orange.
Whoa!
Are those see-through again? Like they have the little
see-through?
No.
Yes, that's right. That is all see-through paneling on the front and the back, and then they have this faux snakeskin top. They're all leather. They're made in Italy. They're so cool. They're a size too small for me, and if you think that I didn't try to fit my foot in this, you're crazy.
You pulled in Cinderella them, the sister-in-law, like where you chop off parts of your feet to try to get them.
Listen,
the glass slipper.
Maybe. Yeah, and then they have a little see-through star right there. They're just really good, and I hope I'm expecting top dollar.
Yeah.
These look like top dollar boots to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like, you would have seen those in a 1960s Italian weirdo psychedelic film. And it was
which kind of goes for our 1960s today. Yes. Agreed. I found them. These were found during the pandemic. So these were found in 2020 online. And I sort of...
So you've been trying to fit your feet into them for 5 years.
No, I just sort of... I think that it just depends on the store. Right? These are going to do really well. Either I need to place them online, but they're not a well-known brand, even though it's an Italian brand. It's not something. So I'm either maybe going to have to do international shipping, which I don't really want to do, or I'm going to sell them in Nashville. So I was really glad. And they were also at the bottom of a shoes to sell bin. So had been forgotten.
I just want to point out that you said, "Oh, I won't show any more boots or shoes." But you know what? My mom said she loves it when you show your shoes and boots. So I say, great shoes and boots. Keep on going.
How many people are asking for belts? Because I almost showed a belt today. Again, I'm sorry. I have an illness.
And we have to cater to our fans individually.
Yes, we do. Especially to your mom.
Yeah,
yes, to your mom.
Featured guest, Joe Garden's mom. Yes.
I'm going to send your mom a picture of my boot display in my room, and we'll see.
We'll
see how she feels about it.
Oh,
who's that?
That's Samples.
Junior Samples Jr.
He's here to be naughty.
Beautiful. He'd fit in that boot.
Yeah, he would.
It's my size. All boots are my size. I'm so beautiful.
He is beautiful.
Lovely cat. Lovely cat.
He is a very pretty black cat.
He is.
Yeah.
He's got very expressive eyes and is a lovely tubby buddy. And he is no longer like the regimen of laxatives has made him no longer constipated. So it's great.
Who's doing it? Whose item is Joy? Who's got a Joy?
I'm excited.
Okay.
A friend of mine, I went over to her house to pick up a record player that she didn't want and some records. The record player turned out to be one of the USB record players where you can record all your LPs onto disc.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to try to probably sell it or give it away to someone who might want it. But while I was there, she gave me this, which is, I can't explain how excited I am about this. So this is a needlepoint of a cowboy.
Whoa.
That's amazing. That's so detailed.
That is incredible. Oh, it really is.
The wrinkles. That's awesome.
Just everything about like
lines in the face. Yeah.
I was at her house for a New Year's Day party. I think I saw this and I'm just like, if you ever get rid of this, let me know. And she was turning that room into a art studio. And she's just like, well, I have no real place for this. So there you go. I'm just like, you have to be kidding me.
That doesn't have a place in an art studio.
What must it like to have that kind of resolve, to be able to you know what? Listen, man, I don't have room for this 12-inch by 18-inch amazing piece of art I have. I'm just going to give it away. It's like,
that's incredible. Yeah, I have boxes of art in the garage that just haven't been, just in case.
Yeah.
We don't know. I don't know what my next house is going to look like. Yeah.
So now I just need to find the perfect place for it. I think I have it, but it just needs to.
When you decide, send a picture, please.
Okay.
Or update us next time because I'm really curious. That is also, if you're going to do needlepoint, do that.
Just
do that, dude.
Just be weird.
So detailed.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, it's just, I also know at least 2 people who would die to have this thing. And if this was just a painting, I wouldn't want it. The fact that it's needlepoint is the only reason it's the perfect thing.
The fact that it's needlepoint, I have a search saved on a couple of resale sites for, there are a few companies that make needlepoint flats, like shoes. And I'm just waiting for the right pair. They'll come.
Yeah.
They'll come to me. I just something like maybe flamingos. I want something intense, elaborate, like that painting, but on my feet would make me happy. That made me really
like that painting, but on my feet.
Correct. That's it.
The perfect summation of Katie. I want that, but on my feet.
Exactly right. So I can look down and smile.
Anyway, Joe, why don't you go?
Okay, so longtime viewers will know we've been absent. We've been absent for a little while. We had some rerun episodes. Took a break, and part of the reason was I was in Minnesota for my annual pilgrimage to the trash and treasure yard sales of Chatfield, Minnesota. So while I was there, I found this. 1 second. And Chris, could you put a could you just do a title screen that just says 15 minutes later?
15 minutes later.
Yeah,
This is is Joe doing a costume change?
Yes.
I'm ready. Okay.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
Joe.
All
Here we
right.
go.
Okay.
Cape.
So
It better be a cape.
this is what I got. It is.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Send that to me right now.
Don't.
It is
She'll
a
just
ladies.
put it in a bin. You know she'll just put it in a bin, Joe,
I
and
won't.
forget about it.
I just pulled out all my fringe to decide which one of the 6 I can sell. The answer is 0. What is that? What is
You're
that?
just proving my point.
I can't, but they're hanging. They're not in a bin.
There's
What is that? I live in Nashville.
That's the distinction that should be made.
They're on hangers.
there's a formal fringe. There's a late to tea fringe. There's a going to church fringe. There's a want to just look a little cool fringe. There's all kinds of
getting married fringe.
Yeah, exactly. There's Surrey fringe when you want to really dress up your Surrey.
Yes.
So yeah. Anyway, I got this. This is one of the things I got. It's got
I see it.
buffalo nickel buttons.
I see it. Who's the brand?
I can't remember. Oh, it's a leather.
Leather Daddy.
Can you read it?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take it off. It's made in, I think it's a Korean made, so it's not like super fancy, but it's from I think it's from the 80s. It might be Berman's. Let me see. Yes, Berman's. The leather experts. It's got a little bit of collar damage up there, but that's nothing too bad. And it is one of the snaps is see this snap is actually kind of busted, so I have to figure out either replace it with a non nickel button a snap or something else. But yeah, I mean but the thing is, because of the snap, I think it was only $1. So yeah, it was insanely cheap. And the leather jacket was like 50 cents because it had some damage to it as well. So
well, I'm proud of your finding ability, Joe.
Great.
You've done it just shows that you are an expert and you have great taste and you deserve this coat.
Why, thank you.
Did you look it up?
I haven't looked it up yet. I guess I could just look up Berman's fringe leather jacket.
Buffalo nickel snaps. That's going to be your key right there. Also, if you can save the buffalo nickel snap, do it and take it to a shoe repair. Get them to do it. Make them fix it.
Anyway, so we are going to move on to the next segment, which is Unearthed Treasure.
Unearthed Treasure.
All right, Unearthed Treasure. We are back, and 1960s is the theme / topic. And I'm going to throw a curveball and go first because that usually doesn't happen. But
What?
We're
Let's
flipping
go,
scripts.
Joe.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Oh, yeah, that's so. But I also wanted to. I'll do the show myself to 2 rooms. That's fine.
Oh, no. We want to see it.
When Danny and Samples show up and take over, and then I have a hit show with Duck and Thrift with 2 cats.
That would be pretty great, actually.
That would be amazing.
Great. Yeah,
so I said I would update you. My update would come now. So here it is. A mutual friend of our friend Ramy, and I think you know him as well, Katie. But
oh yes, this is amazing.
He need to. He just has a bunch of media, and he wanted to get rid of it and make a little money. And Ramey's is like, I know the perfect person for you. He's honest. Yeah. He's a good dude. He knows media and will help sell to you for he'll give you a cut. So my 1960s things are this is the last thing he dropped off. I've now have over 500 graphic novels in my house that I'm going through and selling. And I sent Joe a little taste of it, but one of the last things he dropped off were these, the Essential Iron Man, these Essential series.
Nice.
Are those nice? I don't know those.
Well, these were kind of like the first reissue, like major reissue things that kind of came out in the 90s, I think. And they're black and white, so they're kind of a little bit not super expensive. So they were like, it was a way to like just kind of like, if you wanted to read the great stories of this character from a certain period, you'd get these, and you could have like really just, this is like, they're pretty thick. There's usually like about 6 or 7 to 8 comics in here. This is just a small portion of them. It's
Nice.
the Essential Hulk, Essential Spider-Man, Avengers, Iron Man, Silver Surfer.
Those the thing about it is like the art on those are so great, like because that's all like the Steve Ditko and Jack Kirby stuff, who are the people that did the character designs. And yeah, I which is funny, like those were the artists that I hated when I was a kid who was reading comic books. And then at some point the switch flipped and I was like, oh, these guys are actually like they're not just like they're not doing like representational comic books, or they're not making like super muscular comics. They're like expressionist geniuses because of like the weird contorted poses, the crazy mechanical stuff they have in the background. Yeah, they're just I love it.
Like the Hulk or Thor Ragnarok was inspired by that era, the kind of like very psychedelic sort of colors and kind of very abstract sort of alien sort of technology a lot of times, or it was just kind of very like futuristic and kind of wild. The best selling thing I sold was the Joss Whedon X-Men omnibus, like his like run of X-Men comics. Cancel Joss Whedon's X-Men omnibus. They don't put that in there. You got to add the canceled.
Yes.
And
that did well.
Yeah, it sold for like $85, I think. Hardcover.
The omnibuses are all like full color, and they're like.
Anyway, who dares go second?
I'll go second.
Yeah.
I will give this a little musical preface.
Oh wow!
You can't wait.
Submarine. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's the Beatles Yellow Submarine pop out art decorations book. Originally sold for $1. It's pretty dinged up on the cover, but it also has all the pieces are still in there, like the submarines.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and you can do whatever you want with the, I guess they have like these cutout parts that you could stand them up, or else you could just sort of it's really, it's kind of, I mean,
That's
all this
cool.
all this Peter Max art. It's just like it's pretty.
Yeah, I'm upset. That's cool.
It's
you are a noted Peter Max fan.
Yeah. I am a very noted Peter Max fan.
So, like Joe has like bought like lots of Peter Max. Like,
well, Joe has to fight with me then.
Okay, yeah.
That thing that he's holding. Is that for sale? What is that happening? What?
Let's talk after the pod.
Okay, for the right price, it's for sale. Okay, I see. That is very, very cool.
Or whoever the victor of the knife fight is
gets to walk away with it.
Gets to walk away. The other one, gets the reward is blood. The other one is a Peter Max.
Nobody mentioned knives, by the way. How did knives get involved?
Well, I just assumed that so if you guys are going to fight, you guys would have a weapon choosing, and I decided to choose for you. So.
It's much more like this.
Yeah.
More
yeah, I could see us doing a lot more that motion. Yeah.
More like Rock'em Sock'em Robots fight.
I got an eyelash in my eye. Wait.
No. My glasses.
All right, no one's gonna fight me over mine.
Okay,
but it's really cool because I've had it since I was a kid, and I don't have any 60s stuff that I'm selling, and I'm not selling this, but it is my Snoopy suitcase.
Oh man! That
and
is
that is
amazing.
from
That is awesome.
1965, and it is really, really cool. And I can't open it for everyone because it is filled with memories, aka all of my paper dolls are in here from
Okay.
when I was a kid.
Oh,
So,
wow.
but I sort of had weird paper dolls. I used to take the fabric books, like where you get fabric patterns, and I would cut them out. But they all have names. They also all have locations where they live written on the back of them. It was very intense. I had full storylines for them, but they all live in here, and so.
Help me! Help! It's okay! Let us out! We love to play with you!
But the sad thing is,
You forget about us,
I
Katie!
didn't. I didn't. I love you all. I saw one on eBay for $20 in red, and I'm like, these are not this. I feel like this should be much more valuable. It's from the '60s, and they're really cool. And it stood. The zipper's not broken. I mean, it stood the test of time. It's just a canvas suitcase.
Yeah.
So, you too at home can get one for yourself for the price of around $20 on eBay.
Well, we got another segment coming up, which is
Tales from the Flip!
Tales from the flipped. Tales from the flipped.
all right. Tales from the Flipped. The topic for this one is what's your views on dogs in thrift stores? A lot of people, like if they're not thrift store regulars, they don't know that a lot of times thrift stores allow dogs, and you'll see dogs in there, and it's can be a slightly controversial topic. So we're bringing that controversy to the show. So talk about it in the comments, everyone. Fight amongst yourselves. Like
I'll start with my hot take.
Please do.
I'm the owner of two dogs. As you've met both, as longtime viewers will know, Frances M. Durg and Carmen L. Coconuts. The L is for little because she's a little dog. And she, but anyway, I love them. I have taken Carmen to places in the past and like to auctions but then after a while I was like, it's just not, it just feels unsettling. Like I can't make her, I don't think people should bring their dogs everywhere is what I think. I think you should have some dog free spaces. I like having, I like it. I mean, I like it. The consignment shop I work at is very dog friendly. They keep dog treats behind the counter. And I like giving dogs, I like giving dogs treats when they come in. It's very fun. But I just think that like a thrift store is like kind of a hectic atmosphere already. And it's like adding a dog to the mix, especially a bin store, adding a dog to the mix just makes it seem like it's a very, adds to the chaos. That's my sense. Like dogs, great, love them to pieces. You can leave them at home sometimes.
I want all the dogs to be in the stores, but the owners need to have control of their dogs. But I am always delighted if I look over and there's a small dog in somebody's cart. I get very excited because it's cute. I have never seen a dog at the bins, and if there was one, I didn't see it. So I don't know if I'm registering dogs. I've also not seen a dog I don't often see labs or German shepherds or large dogs. Generally, if somebody is bringing their dog into a store, it's small. And so it sits in the front of the cart. I've also seen people bring puppies, which totally makes sense because maybe the puppy needs, I don't know. I'm fine with that. Obviously, a puppy is great at any time, wherever it is. But I don't know if I've come up against it, like an unruly dog. But I would be nervous if I was working in a consignment store, though, and there was anything valuable and like a big yellow lab came in. I'd be like, oh no. Especially if the aisles were tight. I don't remember ever seeing him at the bins. Chris, what's your take?
Generally, like I feel like I'm kind of split between the two. Like I like being able to bring dogs in because it's nice having I used to have a Chihuahua, and if we couldn't bring it in on a road trip, then one of us would have to sit outside. But when we bring the dog in, we put her in her little carrier case, and she would sit on the like kind of child seat, or what was once the child seat, but in the cart. in the cart.
That's where I mostly see dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've like a lot of times out here, like where I'm at is very. There's a couple places that are in a very walkable part of LA, and people bring their dogs on leashes and they're around. And I've seen the same dogs, and it's generally fine. So many people bring their dogs and just expect the dogs to know what to do, and I've seen so many dogs off leash who do not listen.
Oh, yeah, this is an owner problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. And like, it's usually, I mean, it is like the dogs are like fine. Dogs are dogs, like it's just, but if you don't have control over your dogs, they should be in somewhere where they can't take a leak. Because I've had dogs that if you put them in a new spot, the first thing they do is find a place to pee and just be like, this is mine now. And so I do believe that dogs should be allowed, but with some caveats. I do think that they should be in their travel bag. They should be in, like, maybe not allowed into every single place, just so they don't pee on a thing that I might want.
Yeah. Does it depend on the adorableness of the dog? Say, for example, I was to get a very distinguished gentleman corgi named Cornelius who traveled with me. He would obviously be allowed.
He'd have a bow tie
anywhere, right? Because I mean, Cornelius is a gentleman and a scholar.
Yeah.
He comes, he's fine. He's well behaved. Even if he pees, it's a very well behaved pee.
He says, "Pardon me."
Yeah. Excuse me, madam.
I must
may I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, sirs and madams.
Thank you.
That's it. It's the jerk.
Yeah. No, that's Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Oh, it's Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. That's right. Oh, it's what's his name?
Steve Martin?
No. What is his
David Niven?
No, what's his name? He has a Ruprecht.
Ruprecht.
That's his name. Sorry, I've seen that a lot of times.
That is a great joke. But I have seen dogs at the bins, as Joe has mentioned, out in LA.
You have?
Oh, yeah.
You've seen him too, Joe. You've seen him in New York.
I have not seen the dogs at the bins, but I was just gonna say, I was just saying that that was more theoretical in my case. But
I have seen on occasion a dog in the bins.
A big dog?
Medium. But they were usually on a leash,
Yes.
but it's just like people get into a fugue state in the bins. Like they are focused and they're hyper and emotional, and
for the safety of the animal, maybe don't take your dog to the bins.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, but also I think emotional support animals are allowed in most places.
Although I think most people are kind
dog?
of over the like emotional support animal.
I don't know what the rules are.
Yeah, it depends, but a lot of places are just like, it has to be an actual service dog.
It has to be a service. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Which is just another level. And
or a corgi named Cornelius.
Of course, with a bow tie. And a little mini derby.
Just a proper gentleman riding around in the cart.
Just wondering why you're all acting like lunatics.
Yeah, no one's kicking him out.
Yeah, no. It could also be a Shiba Inu, who are kind of like just like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, that's just a fuzzball. That's just a ball of fuzz with a face on it.
Yeah, default expression is side eye for Shiba Inus.
Yes, true.
Anyway, guys, I think we did it. I was wondering whether we were going to do it after a couple week break, but we did it.
Yay!
High tens. Yeah.
10, thumbs.
10, stars.
Yeah. Thank you for watching Show and Sell. If you remember, hit like, share, subscribe. But if you don't, everything is gonna be alright. And if you do, things are gonna be a little bit brighter for us. There's an algorithm controlling all of our lives. Thank you for watching Show and Sell. If you remember, ring the bell. All right, thanks everybody.
Thank
That's good
you,
to be back.
Chris.
Hey, thanks for coming, everybody.